The broadcast the last couple of days. It's been a little crazy. So this is coronavirus update 2. So this is the second week, and feels like it's a real slog, and a few things have been happening. So we're in New York, which is really ground zero. I think half a dozen people who've tested positive for the virus. They're all okay. One was a little shaky. He had to go to ICU, but he's out of the hospital now. Everybody else has mild symptoms. Everybody's doing well. Now, a lot of Orthodox Jews got it. I think because a lot of Orthodox Jews were going to weddings, and we pray together a couple of times a day. Obviously, all that stopped now, but that's probably why a lot of it was spread. Okay. So first of all our meetings are going to be on Google Hangout. We have a meeting tomorrow night, 5:30 to 6. I'm going to send out the information. I got to make sure I can get Google Hangout to work and I can mute people. We're not meeting in person due to the current situation, but we're going to meet virtually. That's number one. Number two, if you like these videos, please click like below, share. If you want to subscribe, comment, we respond to comments. If you have any requests for videos you want us to do, put it in the comments and I'll respond and we'll get to it quickly. So, a couple of things. First of all, it seems clear to me that despite whatever government bailout bill is passed, that the market is going to be on its way down. And we are going to adjust, I think, 10% across the board for what we assume we're going to sell. So right now, things are really taking forever to close. We have 6 deals of properties we own that we're trying to sell, and we have a few wholesale deals. But anything we're trying to buy that I've agreed to a price with the buyer, I think I'm going to try and get a reduction due to the fact that I think the prices we're going to sell these things over the next coming year is going to be less. So I think that's important for everybody to know to adjust. Now, it may not be the same across the country. I know this is probably the worst, hardest hit place. People are reacting differently in all parts of the country, but here it's really a big deal. And I think it's important that we all understand what's going on here. So businesses are shut. I think that I hate getting into politics, but just a little bit of what's going on. The idea that the government's just going to give people money and that somehow that's going to solve their problems going forward seems absurd to me. It's more important that the businesses are able to function and be around in 3 or 6 months. If the businesses aren't around and you give somebody money who lost his job, what does he have in 6 months if the place that he was working is not around anymore? So I think that if the government can give businesses money, I think the bill is not finalized, but if the government can give people money, give businesses money so that they can pay people, pay their rent, I think that's a better idea because we're going to need all those businesses around when this thing ends. And anybody who tells you they know how long it's going to be is just an idiot. This thing might last 3 weeks, it might last 6 months, we don't know. So I think I've been listening to a lot of webinars. Most of them really don't know what's going on, but I saw a really good one yesterday from Daniel Kleiman of Rehab Valuator, and he really gave interesting things to do. And the important thing to do is to talk. If you're in the business, call everyone and just talk to them. So I'm calling a lot of people lately, lenders, sellers, buyers, title companies, tenants, attorneys, everybody, just calling everyone. A lot of people are not calling. And I think it's a good time to really go through your buyers list and if you have one, and just get a feel for those people. Are they still buying? What do they think? So he gave a lot of good things to do. Reduce costs, re-underwrite tenants for your rentals. I'm talking to all my tenants so far. I think they're all okay, but we'll see. April 1st is coming. We'll see what happens. And I think it's important that for all of us that we help each other out, and that we stay calm, and that we stay away from each other. So I'm doing my best to stay away from everyone. Even though I go to supermarkets and go to Costco, I try and stay away from everyone. I think a lot of those supermarkets and big box retailers are doing a great job. Costco, I think, is doing an excellent job. When I went to the Costco here in Oceanside, first of all, there's a list of anything that might be out of stock before you walk in. So if you want to go get something and it's not there, and they have pretty much everything, right? I mean, Lysol they don't have, but they have toilet paper and they have everything. So they're great. And the gas there is $1.76 a gallon. It's amazing. So I think gas prices are really going to come down over the next few months, which I think will help a little bit. Costco's great. They give you a card, they wipe it down, and they control how many people in the store, so there's not a lot of crowding. People are staying away from each other. It's really been run well. Supermarket, also my local supermarket is keeping people away from each other, keep controlling how many people are in the store. It's they've done a great job. And I think in general, the shelves are really stocked. There's really almost nothing you can't buy. Hand sanitizer still you can't find, but you can get soap and you can get Lysol-like products, and CVS is working and it's giving drugs, and there's no Tylenol in stock, which is so ridiculous because most people think that that whole thing that everybody heard, don't take ibuprofen, is BS, and people can take ibuprofen. There's tons of ibuprofen out there that's really dropped the price on Advil, but you can't find Tylenol, you can't find acetaminophen. It's very hard, which is absurd. Um, but I think this might not be as bad as we think, and I think that I mean I look there's a website I look at every day called Worldometer, which shows the every country, how many new cases, how many deaths, how many severe, how many mild. So right now I think 96% of the active cases are mild, 96%, and that there are plenty of people not getting tested. I think when we're finally done, they're going to finally realize it's like over 99% of the people who have this have an extremely mild case. It's just that a lot of the people who are getting tested are symptomatic. That's why it's more. But even with that stat, only 4% of the people that have coronavirus today have a severe case. 4%. A lot of those people are not going to die, and I think that in the end, I think almost everyone's going to catch it, and I think 99 point something percent of the people are going to have almost no symptoms. So, as from a real estate investor's perspective, I think we are going to have to expand to other markets that we can do virtually, and I think we have to be concerned that someone told me, and I haven't verified this, that because governor declared a state of emergency, that we can't call or text people. If that's the case, then we really got to expand to other markets. I have to check into that. I don't know if that's true. I think it's almost impossible to enforce. I mean, to think that the government's going to spend time enforcing that. Someone's going to call the government and say, somebody cold called me during the state of emergency. I mean, what's going to happen? Do you think they have even remotely close to the manpower to deal with that? I mean, I've reported actual crimes, fraud crimes, with evidence to authorities, and they haven't done anything about it. I should hope they're not going to enforce that. But it's something we need to be concerned with. It's a time to reevaluate our business completely, cut expenses, focus on activities that are producing the most revenue, and to really talk to people who know what they're talking about, and not people who are full of crap or trying to sell you something. So we're going to have a virtual meeting tomorrow via Google Hangouts. Go to the meetup page. It's www.meetup.com/Nassau-County-RIA, and I'll get the information in there for the Google Hangout tomorrow. Talk about a wholesale deal we're doing. But everybody stay calm, and I think we're going to get through this. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I think we are going to be great once it's over.